With DIY KIDs, if you do it your way, come and take my lead. With DIY KIDs, if you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. With DIY KIDs, if you do it your way, come and take my lead. We wear hand-me-down clothes cause we're saving the peace. We put our money in our plans cause we wanna succeed. Never had a silver spoon, we've always done it without. And when they see us doing well, they start running their mouth. It's like rumors come and go, but people stay for life. Most do, but some people try to waste your time. Cause when you've come so damn far, they try to take your shine. That's why I keep my circle tight, it's just a state of mind. Me and my dreamers coming straight out of Great Britain. The generation is just trying to make a great difference. We stay winning cause we stay driven. It's like we're all just different kids but with the same vision. Cause everybody's trying to find a diamond in the rubble. While they're busy doing that, we're all grinding on a hustle. We came from the bottom and now we all ride big. And we done it all ourselves cause we're DIY kids. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. With DIY KIDs, if you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. With DIY KIDs, if you do it your way, come and take my lead. Don't focus on the streets, we just focus on the grind. They provoke us to notice that we just focus all the time. Ain't down with regulations, but the only rule is work. Believe me when I tell you that we're flying with the birds. We're doing what we love, soon the peas are coming with it. We don't care about the money, we just live it how we live it. Anybody tells you different, we'll just play them at the park. Success is our revenge, we always make it from the heart. We're always motivated by the things we never had. What's a dream without a wish and what's a goal without a plan? When we got a vision, yeah, you know we make it happen. And even under pressure, we can recognize a pattern. Cause everybody trying to find a diamond in the rubble. While they're busy doing that, we're all grinding on a hustle. We came from the bottom and now we all ride big. And we done it all ourselves cause we're DIY kids. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece.
Ladies and two gentle beings. What a guan, what a guan, what a guan, what a guan. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I jumpy? Am I good? Am I nice? Is everything coming through as it should be? Had a bit of a rocky start there, so I don't know if well, it says the connection's good, but that's just numbers on a screen, isn't it? I need to be able, need you guys to let me know. It's better. Yes, Gamer Tech. What a guan ski. Doing some testing today. Doing some testing. Not of those, but I will give these a shake. So this, we're not using the, this isn't about Flavour Smiths tonight, but I am gonna quickly shake some Flavour Smiths about, you know what I mean? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more TGW. Yeah. Nice one. Thank you very much. More of that stuff. What's going on, Shane? You can try it. I'll be honest with you, mate. The steep time of however many weeks I said it was, I never decided that. I don't really do custards too well. I just thought I'm gonna have a go at one. I got kind of lucky on like version 3 or 4 with that one. It tasted quite good. Sent it out to some custardy guys as a concentrate, and they the ones that recommended me the steep time. So yeah, feel free to have a knock or something before it's ready. A little coconutty, that one. A little coconutty, the extra. Yeah, it's the vanilla milk and vanilla milk extra from the Flavour Smiths. I've not heard good things, but yeah, like we'll see what I go on in it. So yeah, basically I've got this bag of concentratos, right? Yes, so. And these are the concentrates I hope to be using to come up with my own shit at some point. But so far, I'll be honest with you, it's not been promising. Done some single flavour testing on one blueberry, a cola, a mango, another blueberry, and that's a mix that I've tried. And nothing is like, yes, that's the one. None of the single flavors I've tried at various amounts I've been like, bang, I can see what to do with that. Is that a flipping spider, bro? What are you doing, bro? Come here, brother. Where are you going, man? Come here. Wait, listen. I will just grab you like Ross and squish you. Come here. I'm trying not to hurt you, yeah, but you're being long. Long legs. Wait, there you go. Don't make me hurt you, brother. There you go, Sonny Jam. Get the fuck out of here. You get out of here. But yeah, so I can see how they could be used in a mix. But a lot of them come with a little bit of floralness. But none of them, I don't think that I've tried so far, single flavour wise, are going to work well as a leading flavour. These seem to me like concentrates that if you want a blueberry, having 4 or 5% of one of these blueberries in the background and then making a blueberry on top of that would complete a flavour. They're not leading flavours, but they are amazing for having in the background, because as soon as you push them around 10 or plus %, it's an obvious floral, sometimes chemically cleaning producty nature that comes through with them. But then at lower amounts, the amount of flavour you're getting just isn't enough to be a striking commercial success so far. But there's a bag of them, and I've barely tried a lot of them in it. So yeah, we're gonna keep working our way through and seeing what jumps out at me in regards to these particular concentrates. You get me? Zen is running CBD. What device are you using it for? She never tried CBD. What up? I got it in a 0.6 slim. Where is mine? I've got a CBD disposer here. I'm actually nearly dry of Zen. I need another bottle. So, Josh, CBD, a lot of people haven't tried because they associate it with ailments, aches, pains, depression, anxiety, struggle sleeping. Like, you have to have a problem in order to enjoy CBD. But CBD, when you think about it, has a very similar, if not the same, desired outcome as nicotine. But it does it beforehand rather than after. So nicotine, you haven't had nicotine for a while, you're getting stressed, you're getting ratty, you have your nicotine and it brings you down from that spike of emotion. Having CBD in your system will prevent you from getting to that spike of emotion in the first place. And that effect of CBD isn't really mentioned as much as struggle sleeping, try CBD. Got a bad back, try CBD. If you use nicotine, you have a use for CBD. It's just that it tends to be more expensive and marketed incorrectly. So I'm trying to combat that with high quality, legitimate, premium quality ingredients at a price that isn't outrageous, because some people are out there charging nearly 20 quid for a 10 ml. Always smoke weed every day. See, the problem with smoking weed every day though is the lasting mental effects, especially with today's stuff. Trust me. The flavour is called Summer, and it's a fruit mix with a touch of mint and menthol. Basically, it's a cool summer from mixology. Just a cool summer. What's going on, Andy, my G? Right, so yeah, the blueberry, there's 2 blueberries. I've already made notes on those today, so I was trying these at work. I've done 3 mixes of the mango, different percentages. There's a second blueberry that I've done 2 mixes at different percentages at. I tried this, which I just called black, because it's my attempt at making the black from homebrew, which was what, blackberry, blackcurrant, and a little bit of menthol. Again, it tastes like it would be the perfect thing to have in the background of that flavour profile e-liquid, but nothing about it strikes through, even when pushing the total mix percentage up to 20. So I'm going to do some more single flavours, make some more notes, talk about them, have a bit of banter with you, see if there's like, if I mention a flavour and another flavour, have you tried mixing them together? Since trying tobacco flavours more recently, I'm almost wanting to change what I'm doing with the TFS flavours. I've tried some like nutty, creamy tobaccos. I've tried some rich, desserty flavours that have tobacco in them and nuts and things that I don't normally vape. And I'm like, a creamy, nutty flavour would be good. A nice sophisticated thing, but I won't have a clue where to go to start with, like nutty or anything other than fruits, really. I mean, Dred's custard was my first ever real attempt at coming up with my own custard. And I think I got fluky and got there really early. Essberry mush was my first attempt at making a desserty flavour, and that was on like a second mix, completely not a fluke. So yeah, and tobaccos as well. I wouldn't have a flipping clue where to start with tobaccos. I also mixed up the cola as well. The cola's not all that. There's a hazelnut in this. Actually, there's a hazelnut. Yeah, let's do the hazelnut. What's going on, Nikki? Want to try CBD suburb? I wouldn't. I wouldn't, mate. I wouldn't. It's gonna mess the dosages up a bit. You know what I mean? But I mean, try it. I don't know who was asking. I think Josh was asking about like what it is and whatnot. You've bought it. Tell him the truth. Honestly, if you think it's rubbish, tell him. If you think it's good, tell him. Like, what do you think of it? Alright, so that's wafer. That's caramel. I'm looking for another hazelnut. Wafer. I mixed up wafer so many flipping times, but not hazelnut. Alright, so I've done the hazelnut at just 10%. Let's bring up my notes because I've made notes to that effect. Such a good flavour, raspberry mush. Need to get some at some point. I need to try the custard. True. That's the mix. Oh, it's a 50-50. Oh right, okay. As a mix in some 70-30. I don't recommend Sub-Omas. The only reason I don't recommend it is because I haven't seen it be done quite a lot. So it's only just now occurring to me. Yeah, you could try Sub-Omas CBD, but something just tells me it's just not optimal. But we can make it stronger. We can make it weaker. We can make it thicker. We can make it thinner. We can make it however the hell we want. We've got the supply chain locked. Right, so let me pull up my notes on these recipes, on these concentrates. Let me log in. This feels a bit dry. This is dry, and I have in my stubby with my Tita X, I have some of the new Pixie Juice Volume 2 Wild Strawberries and Blueberries. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I was finding it pretty intense for the first couple of tanks, not gonna lie. Flavour wise, enhancer wise, everything wise. Then my palate's adjusted to it. Yeah man, I can rock it. I don't think it's, I still prefer Satsuma Pineapple and I still prefer Blackcurrant, Pink Apple and Blackberry to this one. Still make, yeah, so this one comes in third in the range, I reckon, for me. I don't know which is first though, the Satsuma Pineapple or the Pink Apple and Blackberries. So maybe this joint first and then this comes in second. But it's good, man. Good, intense flavour. But then again, it's the first time I've tried Pixie Juice in anything other than a pod kit. I've usually normally just sampled the salts and tried it. But I've got the short fill here, slapped a PG Nick shot in there, topped up with some more PG, 1.5 milligram, 50-50-ish, in a stubby. And it's nice, man. There's like a candy to it, like a hard-boiled candy flavour to it. It's quite interesting. I do like it. So keep an eye out for that, ladies and gents. Available at the e-cig shop soon, hopefully, if the budget bloody permits. The flipping budget's doing my nutting, I tell you. Alright. See what's going off here. Just make sure I'm not Yeah, I've been using it in the evening instead of proper vaping. Definitely helping to sleep better and not craving the nick. Good, that is good. Just stop all the drug talk, bloody Luke, alright? Just chill out, alright? We're not druggos here. Flip here, next. Someone's got a bit of a problem. Yeah, what are you vaping on? Go on then. I know I read it earlier, but it was before I went live. I read it. It was some umbrella, something or other, because you're a snob. I realise you're a vapey snob, aren't you, mate? Zen may help with your sleeping. It may help with your sleeping. It's not going to cure the problem. If there's a problem causing you to not be able to sleep, just like taking pills don't usually cure the problem, they just cover it up and allow you to do the thing you want to do. Zen could be a natural alternative to that. And the biggest point of it for me personally is getting people to use more CBD and less nicotine. If you're not as stressed, thanks to having CBD in your system, you won't need as much nicotine, is the theory, but a lot of people just vape for the sake of vaping. But if you consume less nicotine, that's less poisoning in your body, because nicotine is a poison, and that nicotine buzz and that nicotine relief that we feel is just mild poisoning of the body. Whereas CBD, your body is built to receive CBD. Like there are receptors in your body. It's not working against your body to give you a buzz. It's working with your body to prevent you from needing that buzz. That's the way I want to see it. But because you don't get a buzz, a lot of people are just like, oh, this doesn't work. But you just need to pay attention to your mood generally and like, oh, actually, if I pay attention, I don't really want to vape right now. I don't need the nicotine. I'm just vaping for the sake of it. Not about a rucksack. Yeah, buddy. I've been buying stuff off James. Yeah, I know. I've had this issue with Paul Hinchcliffe. He's got me out here looking for a dope RBA to use in my billet box, but eventually I'm gonna want to do better than a billet box. So it's really frustrating, I know. Right. So yeah, let me. What I am gonna do, Shane, you still about, brother? Yeah, you are. I decided, because what I'm doing now is I'm giving up on this. I feel like a problem with this flavour development journey is this RDA, the Geek Vape Amit RDA. It's not a terrible mouth to long RDA, but it doesn't have to be terrible when there's not a lot of them on the market. So I feel like I've got a spare Pixie. Big up Adrian for sorting me out of another Pixie. And Shane, I'm gonna use this as the flavour development mod that I have here in the kitchen. Rather than just not using it, I am going to use it, mate. Now that was something I don't miss. Look at, oh, there's the camera. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see that little ledge? How it doesn't? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, that lip, that little bit of overhang. And this is a 22mm. So you used to have a very small atomizer on here to get no overhang. But I don't care because look how thin that is for a dual 18650. Let me get some batteries. Let me get some batteries. Oof, caught that. I thought that these were all my red batteries that I had for all of these. P28. P28? Alright, okay. Couple of P28s going in the Vaporesso Taro 200. Oof, did you hear that? So that, because of the overhang, that's dangerous. That's not a good design. So because of the overhang, right, that nearly mangled it. And I pushed it up, it pushes against the atomizer, it almost sort of like wrenches it up. It's not good. Are you ready? Put them in correctly this time, yeah? It's not working, bro. I put them in the wrong way again. What a donut. Just want to come and get this mod back off machine. Like, I'm clearly going to hurt myself with it. Clearly going to hurt myself with it. There we go. And no, we do not want 200 watts. Let's go down. But because of that, I need to change the coil in there. Because I do have... Oh, the pixies. There we go. Do you know what? Nah, screw that. I'm going to leave that as is. It's a mouth to lung alien, but it's a chunky mouth to lung alien. So, yeah. I think that'll be good enough for the flavour testing. I'm just not trying to use... Yeah, I'm just going to use this instead. Because that Amet RDA is just not good. Yeah, I'm going to re-wick it. Yeah. I did it again. I bloody well did it again. Oh, the bin's facing the wrong way. I need him to face me. Face me, yeah. There we go. What do you mean low atomizer? There we go. Oof, look at that ramp up time. So watch how long it takes for the coil to go red after I push the button, yeah? I'm gonna push the button now. That's a slow ramp up, that is, mate. That's a slow ramp up. Oh, I love these old school mods. I love it. Oh, wait, you can flip the screen around by pressing both of the buttons together at the same time? Okay. Okay, what does this menu button do? System locked. Okay. System unlock, please. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's no modes or anything. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Nah, there's no modes. There's no... Just a straight up 200 watt mod, mate. Love it. I flipping love it. Need a Jag 157. I'm pretty sure I've got a box fresh one of those knocking about somewhere. I either did... or I had one and sold it, or I've got one. I can't remember which it is. I don't know which it is, but yeah, box fresh. There's ODB batteries. Yeah, I've got one of those running in my billet box right now. So far, so good. But I've not really been running it long enough to know for sure. But so far, so good. I would say without, because there's no puff counter on the billet, so there's no way of me knowing for sure. But I'd like to say, based on so far, with how little the battery indicator has gone down, that these are definitely high milliamp hour. Running it at 19.4 watts. Used it a little bit less today than I normally would have, but even taking that into consideration, I'm kind of impressed by the battery performance in terms of how long it's lasting, but I don't know if it's just placebo at the moment because I like ODB and I want it to do well, and you know what I mean. So I will get back to you guys on that once I've been using it enough to be sure if there's an improvement in performance or not. Ryan deserves a treat now and then. I do, and I get a treat now and then, bro. Right? Let me tell you something. I did not pay for my billet box. I did not pay for my Stubby 21. I did not pay for my last trip to Expo. People... yeah, people look out for me, man. People do look out for me. I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't feel like I deserve it, which is why I get awkward when people buy me things. So I will be repaying you for this at some point. Like, whether you like it or not. Like, you can never ever shop with the e-cig shop ever again, because at some point or another, I will just refund an order. So you've been paid back. Right, hazelnut, 10%, let's get on. Yeah, Molly Cell do have a new 18650 coming out. They do. But I just like ODB in it. If ODB are doing something that's just as good as Molly Cell, I'm going for that ODB. Supporting business, the good guys and everything like that. Right, so I mixed up hazelnut at 10% on the 27th of September. So it's had over a month. And it doesn't smell very strong at all. Oh yeah, I'd definitely be stocking them if they're any good. Yeah. I mean, with the price that they're retailing at, I can't imagine they're going to wholesale much different to the Molly Cell equivalents or close to equivalents. So yeah, I'll be stocking those instead of the Mollies. They've got a big range, innit? What was that? Did you guys just see that flash? Or is that just me? I mean, I have still got some dry cotton. I haven't... Shane, if you've done the whole Israel-Palestine thing to me and sent me a device that's going to blow up, right, I am not going to be happy with you. Yeah, if you're going to pager me, right, I'm not going to be happy. Molly cells, oh yeah, because Molly cells have got the whole, do not vape on it anymore, innit? Yeah, forget. Not much going on, man. 8 squid a bat. Yeah, I mean, Molicel... I mean, you have to remember, yeah, that the best-selling Molicel battery is the P28A. That's 2,800 milliamp hours. And maximum discharge of 25 amps. Now, the ODB one is boasting 3,800 milliamp hours. That's 1,000 milliamp hours more. That's almost the whole flipping battery's worth more. And you can max discharge of up to 30 amps. So it just beats the Molicel in every way. Like the P26 is slightly cheaper than the P28 from Molicel because the specs are slightly worse. So if you're going for like your penny for, like bang for buck, like pound to specification value of it, at 8 quid a pop, the Molicel, the ODBs are far better. I don't know if it's me. It can't be me because I can taste this shit. Yeah, man. There's not much on that at all. What's that, at 10%? There's not much on that at all. Alright, so let's have a quick look. I just want to have a look at my notes. So, the hazelnut is not the one. Is that the code for it? Yeah, I got the right code. Let's make some notes on this one. Mixed on the 20% has been mixed. Okay, that's a 10%. So there should be a 20% somewhere. Should be a 20% in here somewhere. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Not that one. It's not him. It's not him. It's not him. It's not him. Come on. Yes. That's at 19%. Okay. Okay, so another mix then. This one I mixed on the 5th of October, and it's the same flavour but mixed at much higher at 19% because the 10% wasn't, even after all of that steeping, it just wasn't hitting anything. So I must have already thought it. Blah, 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 blah. We're looking at if you run a 20 watts, ain't gonna matter what you use. Well, no, because I mean, this is why I picked up a Sanyo battery recently that I'd never used before, and another brand of battery. But I re-wrapped it, so I can't tell you what it was. Because if you're only running 20 watts and you can get away with using less than 12 amps, you might as well go for a 15 amp like battery that can do 3800 milliamp hours or 4000 milliamp hours. Yes, okay, you could still use a 30 amp 2800 milliamp hour battery, but why would you when you can get so much more out of the battery? You know what I mean? That's just the way I see it. And they tend to be cheaper. Man, it tastes dry. Right, let me make a note on that. It tastes like the cotton is dry, even when it's saturated. That's a good note to make. So, let me go back here. What is the day? It's the 31st of the 10th to 4. 10%. Taste muted as if cotton is drying, even when saturated. Could maybe agree that there's nutty tones to it, but only if you was told there was. It's not one that hits you in the face with the nuts, you get me? I mean, when it comes to mechs, the only mechs I've got now are, all that I'm ever running, are 21700s. P45B from Molly Cell all day long. Samsung, I remember if it's the 30 or the 40T. But I mean, those things are so like just over spec'd nowadays. Like pretty much most 21700s will do the job. Kind of sweet. Kind of sweet. There's like a faint sweetness. Faint sweetness at 10, yeah. That's definitely getting dried out. I know I'm committing a cardinal sin by not re-wicking, but it's the same flavour. And I've pretty much dried out the cotton. It's the same flavour, pretty much dried out the cotton, and I'm only increasing the mix percentage. So leave me alone, let me do what I'm doing. Don't judge me, alright? Hazelnut 60 VG again, this time mixed at 19% on the 5th of October. So it's had like a week or around a week less time to steep. And we'll see how this one plays. Just very muted. Very muted. I'm not happy with the hazelnut. I'm not happy with the hazelnut. I mean, like, even at 19%, the only applicable use I could think for it is in the background of a nut mix or something that had a nutty nature to it. Like a cream that needed a bit, just like you wanted a nutty cream, you wanted just to fill out the nuttiness a bit. This would be good, but you need to use so much of it, there's just no point. It will take up most of your mix just for that background layer. I love this mod. This mod is it's just so nice to use. Big up Shane every time. Yeah, I'm not overly impressed. Provides no extra flavour at the higher percent. That's not a win. That is not a win. I've got a bag to shove those in. That's not a win, I'm afraid. Anybody got any recommendations for good nutty concentrates? Is the build the same? Nah, creams are cost steep better in a warmer place. These have been in warm places, cold places, they've been all over. To and from work, I've been moving all over. The recommended, I'll be honest with you, bro, they're all, every single one of these flavours just has 5 to 10% recommendation on it, which I'm like is bullshit. Wherever these concentrates are actually from, it was manufactured in. I'm starting to think that they didn't have e-liquid in mind. There might just be food flavourings. And somebody's just like got hold of some and be like, yo, nobody else has got these. You could have them for your own range. But the blueberry's been the most promising so far, one of the two blueberries. But it comes with a bit of a floral hit to it, so that one's a bit of frustrating. So I've made my notes on the nuts now, and I don't think I've tried like the mango at 4, at 8, and at 12. I tried the blueberries at 1 at 5, 1 at 8, and then the other one was at 10% and 15%. Oh, that was the cola at 10% and 15%. There's either nothing there to these flavours, or if there is any flavour there to them, to the ones that I've tried anyway, there's a lot of floralness to it, which I don't like. So, and trying them at lower amounts doesn't make me feel like I can go even lower after tasting it. But you're right, I should probably do that. Let's see what else I've got. I've got the wafer. The wafer was very promising though. There's caramel, there's wafer. The wafer was that promising that it's the only one that I've used up all of the 5ml sample of. I've got 5ml sample of it, so I did one at 20, one at 10. Let me see what notes I made on that. Wafer, noted. Got the same number, yeah, that's the code. There's a hint of funk, but it's not off-putting. Can see where it belongs in a wafer, but the rest of the flavour isn't there. There's an aftertaste of meringue. 14th, much the same as the previous test. Stand by using it as a base and tweaking. At 20%, 9 days in. Rich deep on the inhale, slight increase with the fondant element. Bigger increase with the dry wafer element. Would use closer to 20% than 10. Let me just try 20 again then, just to, because when did I mix it? On the 5th, so it's at a full-on month now, ish. Close enough to a month. The build that I'm using to test this on, really and truly, is not like an optimal build for testing. I'm not trying to make the flavours taste as good as possible with the build. I've got a chunky mouth to lung alien coil in a single coil RDA. Going in the Amit RDA didn't work out too well for me. Everything is pretty muted in that regardless. I do enjoy the Pixie, but I typically use a meaty single coil at around 0.3 in it. But I thought, got another one. slap a smaller coil in it, reduce the airflow a bit, and it will bring me closer to... I'm trying to test it on something or start development of the flavours on a setup that can provide closer to what your typical vapor would be experiencing, because they're mostly on mesh pods these days. So round wire just can't give it, like, as far as I'm concerned. When I tried a round wire, I don't want to go too meaty of a coil, and I don't want to go too much of a flavour banger RDA. But the Pixie is a flavour banger in my opinion, so I've gone with a lesser coil to sort of counter that flavour bangingness of the Pixie, in the hopes that what I'm getting is going to be as close to experiencing a mesh pod setup as I can out of the equipment I've got, without having to burn through mesh pods. I could try each one in a mesh pod, but that's going to get pricey even when buying them at cost, you know what I mean? Right, so what are you man gassing about anyway? Been using mine all week in the travels. Oh, somebody talking about my bag. Might be the build. Molly's house for Mex. Blah blah. Is the build the same? Might gone over. Crimson Costards. Anybody else bought the rucksacks? I've sold 3 of the rucksacks. I don't think anybody here other than yourself has bought one yet, though, mate. But I think I've only got like 3 or 4 left, to be honest with you. And I've been using mine for a fair while. They are just Chinese produced bags. I bought them from a UK supplier, but I imagine they've got them bought from China. But the quality is definitely there. I can speak for that, at least anyway. And the print quality is there as well. So pick one up if you want. There isn't many compartments inside. It's just like a giant sack. And there is a laptop bit and then a little zip thing inside, but it's not one of those ones with many pockets. There's no outside pockets or anything like that. Just a big old bag that opens up to a massive opening that you can just chuck stuff in and then rummage through, get your head right in there and rummage through when you need to get stuff out. Chaotic bag, and I like it that way. Incredibly spacious and pretty comfortable. For the price, quality, it's a no-brainer. Oh, nice one. Thank you very much for the feedback on that, Josh. It's not a man bag, it's a rucksack. Get us. So, the bag's 25 a pop. Had no issues with mine. There's 2 pockets inside. Not too big, not too small, just perfect. Yeah, buddy. I carry a lot of crap with me though, innit? Every day I've got my meal prep food. I've got like my toolkit. I've got a few different vape sets. I've got juice. Yeah, it gets pretty full in there. Gets pretty full in there, right? Wafer. But yeah, if you want a bag, let me know. £25 including the delivery. If you want one. 27 watts, 0.43 ohms still. Let's go. I'm gonna have to have words with the guy that got me these concentrates. I think the problem might be is they're just not concentrated enough. When I push them up to like, ooh, that is not good on a finger test. Oh my god. Oh. That can't be right. Why am I thinking Marmite? Yeah. It's like the flavour reaches a place of like off-brand Marmite does. But when you vape it, it's like a meringue mouthfeel aroma. You know how like when you vape meringues and it gets right into that space between the back of your mouth and your nose, and you really taste it and feel it there. You get that with it. Some people would find that off-putting. It's not something that I would typically vape by itself, but I can see where it would belong in a mix. Something that Mum and Pop's batter up would do, where it provides a thickness to the vape, a density, a mouthfeel, but you got to use it up at 20% to get that. That's ridiculous. I like his mod. I like his setup. I do like his setup. Big up Shane, man. I have no doubt if somebody was to walk into my flat right now, they'd be like, what is that smell? And as some liquids have that, I call it the sweet cream funk and the yogurty funk, the meringue funk. I have no doubt, even I'll be blind to it because I'm sat in it, but I have no doubt that there's a lot of that going off in the air right now. Maybe. Oh, I don't want to have a coffee now because it's too late. It's nearly 9 o'clock. Nearly 9 o'clock. Right, okay, let me make some notes on the wafer. And I think after this I'm gonna have to message my guy and be like, bro, don't think there's much I can do with these, you know. You might have to come back with some better things, you know. That guy coffee shops. Hey, maybe. I want to get not bitter apparel sorted out though. In that font, hashtag not bitter, in that font as it's on the bags. T-shirts, maybe with embroidery on, and get that sorted out. But I want fitted t-shirts. I don't just want a standard fit t-shirt. I want muscle fit and I want oversized. So the ones where the sleeves come down to just below the elbow, and they don't necessarily run really long down your leg. So they're not a dress, but they are longer slightly on the arms. I want that for the oversized, and then the muscle fit ones will just be fitted T ones for when I finally get back into shape, because the old winter bod is definitely fought its way through. But when I do get myself back into shape, I can get back into tighter fitting clothes and just feel better. So yeah, but until then, I want to cover up because I'm bulking. I'm bulking right now. Yeah, I'll wear the oversized one, and then that's rather than just having one cut that. You just get bigger and bigger in the same cut, and the design stays the same size, or the print will stay the same size. It just won't look good. Just have two different styles. Yeah, I want some t-shirts, maybe some bandanas, some beanies, or something like that. Alright, let me make some notes on the wafer anyway. Oh, I'm not happy. I am not happy. I'm not gonna lie. Right, what's the day? I made a note here, maybe try pairing with something like a raspberry, but I would just need to use too much of it in a mix. It just don't make no sense. Right, so it's the 31st of the 10th, and it's 24. I tried a 20%. Plenty of merengue funk on the inhale, not off-putting, but a lot of flavour, more of an aroma. Needs to be used at too high a percentage to be useful. No dry waferness at all. Dense mouth feel, thick cream. There we go. Save that, and then they can bugger off. Let's go for the caramel next. I did caramel. No, that's the one a mix that I did with the wafer. I've got a caramel here. and that's the blueberry. I remixed both of the blueberries at higher percentages because they were slightly promising. That's a mix. What's this guy? So the only other ones I've got, so that was from earlier today. That was from strawberry melon. That's a mix. So you can go over here. Yeah, man. So it's just the caramel at 10%. Let's see what if I've made any notes on this one. Why are you guys talking about mankinis, man? What's going on? I have the wife and the allergies you've never heard of, including the smell of vapes. Yeah. I can vouch for that, man. I can vouch for those people that don't like it when their partners vape creams and yogurts and stuff, because it does smell like just cheese floating in the air, yo. It does. Yeah, it does, man. I can almost smell it, like I can. It's funky, man. It is funky. So I am getting flavour through this setup. It's just I'm just having to use a lot. And when you have to use a lot, I don't mind. Even if it's just like I'm just mixing them up as a one shot and then banging those out without tailoring them that much. If they are flavours that are not available elsewhere, that can't easily be imitated and whatnot, and actually taste different and a little bit more unique, then I will do that. I just won't make out like I've developed the flavour like a lot of people do, like, oh yeah, I spent so much time in the lab developing the flavour. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You've just got that from a catalogue of flavours that a white label guy does. Why are you lying? I don't mind doing that, as long as it's not just the same old damn flavours. And I can't help but feel like maybe these are meant to be mixed up at like 30%, if these were indeed e-liquid flavours or intended to be used in e-liquid anyway, and not tweaked at all. Because if you're mixing them up at 20% and they're still lacking on many fronts, it doesn't leave you a lot of space to. I mean, you can go up to like 35% now for commercial e-liquid. But I mean, why do you think all of a sudden shortfalls are banging out in 60/40s and stuff like that? Because the amount of flavour in them has gone through the roof and they can't fit it in that 30% anymore. So like, 60/40 so it can fit in pods. Oh, shut up. A 70/30 can run in a pod with PG shots. What are you lying for? What are you lying for? You know. Get the t-shirts V-neck. No! Kettlebells and boxing every day, behaving like a 20-year-old in my 50s. To be fair, I need to get back into the boxing. And I don't really use kettlebells. I've just been slacking in the gym. Since I did my personal training earlier in the year, I did that for 6 weeks, made awesome progress, things are going well, finished with him for the 6 weeks, with my trainer, and then going back to the gym just didn't hit the same. I wasn't coming out the gym feeling like I'd worked, even though I've been in there for like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. So yeah, I need to get back into, but I don't want to pay that money for a personal trainer, but I can't find the motivation just to get off my ass and train hard myself. So I'm bulking. I had that idea already with the dad bod tees, and then a classic tee came out of it. I was actually speaking to a printer and trying to get samples, but I was just like, can we get them? Like, how do I get a custom fitted t-shirt? So I want to tie it up here and then looser on the body. I know somebody that if I get a t-shirt or a top or any item of clothing that I like the fit of, they can reverse engineer it. They can pick it apart and then use it as a template to recreate that out of material of my choice. But then it'll be handmade. It's just a friend of mine that can just do one at a time, which is definitely going to put the price up. But if they're handmade and it's quality and it's a good fit, I don't mind. I can make them to order and make people wait like a 3D printed mod. Tell what colour, you pick the material, my seamstress friend is very good at what she does. So, and I just come up with the slogan to slap on there, not bitter, baby. How are you getting on my playlist anyway, Josh? You listen through to them much? I'll bring you the speaker closer if you want to enjoy it. I better for you. Is that too loud? Or do I need to move it away a bit? Am I going to get stricken for thing? Get kitted out for the next expo? I can always get. I mean, I even for this expo, I printed up some more of the hats. I got like 6 of the hats left, and I was getting ready to go. I got them printed up with the logo on this time with the drawstrings. I was only going to take 3. I just take them and see if people, because people always harass me for the hats every time I go expo. So to breeze through, mate, I'm always adding to it. I'm looking forward to the Wrapped. One of my favourite times of year is the end of the year. Not because of Christmas, not because of New Year's, because of Spotify Wrapped. I love musical statistics. I love to know what I've listened to the most, and if that song had a particular like meaning to me. I save them every year. I've got my most played playlists from the last like 5 years on Spotify saved. Flipping love them. 10%, yeah. It's a similar thing to the wafer, but it doesn't have as much meringuiness to it. Still got lots of mouthfeel, still got lots of density. There isn't much flavour to it at all. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a caramel, so I'm looking for a caramel, and I'm like, yeah, I can see it's caramel, but Love Flavour salted caramel does a far better job than this does. I'm gonna try mixing some up at lower percentages now. Ever so slight essence of that funk. So the funk isn't as rich, but without the funk there's not much else to it anyway. I'm not going to do a custom vape carry system. I can get branded up. Remember the Aspire ones? Those clip-on, like they're essentially clip-on like tool belts for tradesmen, or clip-on pockets for tradesmen with a Velcro flap on that you open and put all stuff in. Someone's like, oh, you can brand them up and get like people to put the vape stuff in it. I'm like, but it's not 2015 anymore. Like, people aren't doing that anymore. People aren't walking around with mechs and shit. They've got a pod kit in the pocket. That's it. Yeah, man, that's a shame. Let me make some notes on the caramel. And then I'm going to mix up some other things, but I'm going to do it in lower percentages, just to see if I've just gone too heavy with it all. Where is the caramel? I don't think I've done the caramel. Let me just search my recipes for caramel. I don't think I've actually noted it up yet. Yo, get rid of this tune. Bit of vibe chemistry. Oh look, there's the recipe for. I've got a peanut butter cream. I've got a white caramel. I wonder what they are. And there's the recipe for Dred's custard. It's just there. But no, so let me make some notes for this. What is it? Have I got the code? Yes, I do. Right, so this is caramel, and it's product code this motherfucker. Bum, 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 bum. Mixed on the 27th of the 9th, 2-4. It's currently the 31st of the 10th, 2-4. Good mouthfeel. Slight hint of, and I put it in sort of quotation marks, funk. Flavour at all, and that was at 10%. So let's save that, and then that can go in the ones that I've done. And then while I'm here, might as well just mix up some of them. I mean, I've done enough testing today. It's been a week of testing, mate. I've got closer to completing a blackcurrant lemonade. That's very close to being finished, and I'm quite proud of how that one's coming out, to be honest with you. I'm trying to play it down in case other people don't like it, but I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty pleased with it as it is already. I'm just trying to tweak it just to see. What I'm doing to it now is seeing if making adjustments is going to make it better. They may not, in which case I'll just go back and release it as it is, but yeah. A cheesecake. I've come up with a base for a cheesecake, but when just trying to throw anything on top of that base, it's not as good. So rather than say it's a cheesecake base and make people think they can just put whatever they want over the top of it, I'm just going to make it a vanilla cheesecake flavour. Might incorporate a bit of caramel or toffee, because that vanilla toffee cheesecake was banging by Cakes and Shakes, or I might just do the vanilla. And what else is in the works? There's one other flavour that I was working on, and this is for a sort of a new line of flavours that myself and Tom are working on. The Mixology Proven Grounds, where like if they're popular, they'll go on to Mixology proper. There was another flavour that I was actually doing quite well. A biscuit as well. Yeah, I mean, there was a biscuit. I'm just introducing some acetylpyrazine to the biscuit to see how that one comes out with. That's what I've been working on them. When the wife gets better, normal service will resume work, and babes, good. Cactus will make it better. Cactus makes everything better, right? Cactus makes everything better. So I've got some bottles. There's that rotted caramel. Let's take you out because I've already tried you. Blackcurrant. Have I tried this blackcurrant? Not by itself. Yes, I must have tried it because they're okay. Strawberry watermelon, not interested in that. Red apple, might be interested in that. Lemon lime, pineapple. What we got? Spearmint, white grape. Let's try the white grape. Let's try the melon. Coconut biscuit, we'll try that. Single flavour that bad boy. Hazelnut we've already done, we weren't impressed. Blackberry, I've done a mix of it but not single flavoured it. And what we've got here? And grapefruit. There's a watermelon. Let's try the watermelon. Let's have a look, see if I've actually tried the watermelon first. Cactus, strawberry, kiwi. By Digby's, this is your go-to other than custards. Cactus, strawberry, kiwi. I reckon, I don't know about the kiwi. I mean, the only kiwi I've really worked with was TFA Kiwi Double, and it's alright. I finger tested natural kiwi from Flavour West, and that tastes absolutely banging on the finger test. But I reckon I could knock together a flavour like that, man. I reckon I could. Right, let me go back to my recipes and make sure that I've not tried to single flavour test any of these guys already. No. So, white grape. Let's go with the white grape first. Let's move all this out the way. Let's go with the white grape first. Fuck it. I'm just gonna see. Get that tea bag moving around. So now we've got an apple, pear, and grape green tea. Nope. Nah. Nope. It's no. But we are going to mix it. We are going to mix it. So, great recipe. White grape. I'm making 10 ml, 0 milligram, 60-40, and we're going to mix it. Mix it at 3%. I'm going to mix it at 3%, I reckon, for this test. Actually, you know what? Let's make this smaller. This is what's going on. Definitely a nope. Definitely was a nope. Definitely. And I've got no more water. I can't bother to boil the kettle and make another tea, so I need to finish this off soonish and get to the shop. So I'm going to mix the white grape up at 3%, and then 6%, and then 9%, because that's what they recommend 5 to 10 in it. So just to see if that's any good. I'll turn it off. So yeah, 0.3 grams. Let's go. It smells okay. 0.29 is what it's come out at. I'm happy to keep it at that. I'm only making 10 mils of each one. So what's that in PG grams? 3.84. Let's tear that off. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can. 3.84. Bit of a chaotic one today, but you know, it is what it is. What 84? 3.91. That's close enough. And then what was it? 7.5 grams of VG. Yeah, 7.5 grams of VG. And that's a little bit more VG than necessary. So what I'm going to do, because I went over on both of them, is just be that guy and put 1, 2, 3 more drops in there. Because why not? And then get a label on him and leave him to steep, and then do the same thing 2 more times, but with more flipping. You see, this is why I don't like proper flavour development, because this shit here is not fun. This is not fun. Going, oh, that tastes alright. Oh, that tastes alright. That smells alright. Let's try a little bit of this and that and the other. That's fun. This shit is tedious as fuck. Right. White grape. What's the code? 34. What did I do? 3%. 60 VG. And it's the 31st. Oh, there's a burst of sweetness and not much else, but it wasn't off-putting, so that's not bad. So let's do a 6%. I just need to change the numbers because it's gonna come off my PG content and I cannot be bothered with the subtraction. Don't judge me. So that's 3.53 on the PG afterwards. So it's 0.6 on the white grape. Point 0.6 spot on, and the PG was what? 3.53. Let's do you. .78 again. Meh. Tier. 7.5 grams of VG. Oh, I was bang on it then as well. And then I just questioned myself. 1, 2, 3, 4 more drops of that in there because I went over on both of them again. Get a cap for these fruity tooty little bottles. Big up fanny pads. I ordered best. I checked the door there. He says, what are you talking about? I thought I got the trick. Oh. Shall I get some fanny pads and see if you buy some, mate? Yeah? I mean, you can't be in Superman crush mode because you haven't got a tattoo yet, have you? Whereas Andy has. So Andy's number one until you get a tat, bro. Doesn't matter how much stuff you buy. A tat is forever. Right, so white grape. Uh, 31st of the 10th to 4. You know what? That was what, 6%. I'm not going to bother doing 9% because I've already done various of the other flavours at 10% and around there, and it's not really worked out. So I'm going to do the coconut biscuit because that one seems quite interesting. Coconut biscuit. What is the tat? It's got the logo tattooed on his arm. Oh, there's a lot of, you know when you finger test vanilla custards and it's like pinching burniness on the tongue? That's it, yeah. Get it done, mate. If that's what you want, get it done. Get it done, mate. So let's do 6%. What did I pay you to do that though? Didn't I pay you to get the tattoo? If I remember correctly, I was offering a cash prize to anybody that gets a fucking tattoo. Gave you like 50 quid store credit or something? Don't start getting tattoos. Don't start getting tattoos. 3.53. That's a level of fanboydom that I'm not quite comfortable with. When I got 30 quid credit and a tack costs you 30 quid. All right, there you go then. There you go. That's sound then. Yeah. If you get a tat and it costs less than 30 quid, then I will give you 30 quid store credit reimbursement. I will do that. Way too much VG again, so let's go over a little bit more of the biscuit. And Tom won the cocoa rounds challenge as well. Has managed to get through a whole bunch of cocoa rounds because Tom's brownie actually contains cocoa rounds. So yeah. That's why you stopped receiving it, Andy. Because we found a use for it. We're not going to waste it anymore. Right, and then coconut biscuit. Uh, 6%, 60 VG. And it's the 31st of the 10th to 4. I'm not bothered going to log that one because when I come around to trying it, I'll just log the date it was mixed on that entry. And then before I go, I will try one more of these mixes. So that's the blueberry. So I tried actually coming up with some mixes. I was going to say I've already mixed up the range blueberry bubblegum. That was on the 14th. This one was on the 5th. Let's do the fruit mix. So I mixed something called fruit mix on the 5th of October. On the 5th of October. Let's have a look, see what that is. I can send you the logo if you want it, bro. If you really want it, bro, I can set you the logo. But I just wouldn't recommend it, man. I just wouldn't recommend it. Right, let's have a look, see what this recipe is. Fruit mix, mixed on the 5th of October. 5th of October, it must be that one. Dragon fruit, mega sweet, melon, and pineapple. So the mega sweet I've used is obviously TFS mega sweet because it's the only mega sweet that really matters, in my humble opinion. The greatest sweetener to use in your e-liquids. They've actually got another one called Ultra Sweet, the Flavour Smiths. I've not tried it yet though, and I've not spoke to anybody about it. I've just seen it in an email they sent out. So I need to find out what that's all about, you get me? Because mega sweet is revolutionary, if only a little bit too weak. If it could be a little bit more potent, it'd be a brilliant sweetener. Using it in excess of 3-4%, and it's not wrecking coils. Like at 3-4%, you're looking at like 0.75% of super sweet, the equivalent. I feel maybe 1%, maybe, but at that amount, it has no effect on the coils. So. But like 0.75% super sweet, when I'm constantly trying to come up with commercial type flavors now, nobody cares about the finesse of e-liquid development anymore. Everyone just wants big, bold flavor. It's like the loudness wars in music. There was a debate in years past. Is dynamic range more important or is loudness more important? Loudness won out. Music just got louder and louder and louder. And it wasn't about the art or the dynamic range anymore. And it's the same thing with e-liquid and flavorings. It's not about like, oh, this is a unique strawberry, and it's like, nah, how much strawberry can I taste? Regardless of what that particular, like, if that is a unique or an interesting strawberry is secondary. You just want to be able to taste strawberry loads. Just got the hat done and provide your own natural dress. Received enough to fill a bath? What are you talking about? What are you gassing about? Oh, that fruit mix it smells a bit bum fingery. Smells a bit bum fingery, not gonna lie. It might be that dragon fruit. Dragon fruit at 4, mega sweet at 2, melon at 7, pineapple at 7. Total mix at 20%. I was just aiming for 20. Smells a bit bum fingery, so let's hope. Everyone keep your fingers crossed. This is the last one I'm gonna do before I get off because I need to go get myself some water and I need to pick up some potato waffles from Tesco's as well because I can't be bothered to... Actually, I've got no sweet potatoes left. So yeah, I need to go Tesco's, potato waffles, Linda McCartney sausages and beans for me dinner tonight. Normally, I would order a Nando's, but I'm trying to save money for my future. And Tesco's it is for some potato waffles. Ooh, that's horrendous. Oh, it tastes like bum finger. This might actually qualify as one of the worst things I've ever mixed. Ever. I don't even know what's gross about it. And I was going to put rank. Tastes like bum finger. I've never tasted anything that tastes like bum finger. Yeah, it's then work on a 0.6. I mean, essentially, the higher the wattage you use it, the more of the CBD you're going to get vaporized in it. So I prefer the 0.8 because I just prefer the 0.8. But it'll work on a 0.6, it'll work on anything that 50-50 liquid will work on. I want to say it's the dragon fruit. I'm pretty sure the pineapple doesn't taste bad in this. I can taste pineapple, it's not off-putting, but I can't make out if it's the melon or the dragon fruit, but it's gross. Nah, that's going in my box of failures, mate. Oh. Which, if any of you didn't know, pretty soon, once I can't fit any more bottles in here without the phone, I'm going to give them away. I'll give somebody an opportunity to have them. I've got the recipes for all of them, if not most of them, saved. So if you do try any of them and you like them and feel like, yo, no, this was good, and you just didn't like it yourself, then the recipe's there and I'm happy to share it. I've got into the habit of keeping my recipes now. But yeah, progress on my own range using exclusive flavorings is not good. After that, anyway. The TFS project is definitely making progress slowly, but it is definitely making progress. It's no longer the same project as it was when I started. It's no longer making, I'm just gonna sack it off completely. Sack it off, there we go. Let's save that. But yeah, it's no longer gonna be a gummy range. It's just gonna be a range of flavors that use TFS flavorings. Because I'm not very good at getting that gummy nature. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. It's very close, but in order for me to get closer to the level of gumminess I want using the TFS gummy bear that they've sent me, I need to use around 15 to 20% of that and then just add bits of fruit on top of it. But if 15 to 20% is too cold, I don't want it that cold. So I'm trying to make the gumminess more gummy without using more of that actual concentrate, so it's not as cold, because the cold comes with the gummy, but it's just not working out. It's just not working out. Now, where was that fruit mix? That's going in the scrapped folder. How many do I have in my scrapped folder now? Scrapped now has 94 recipes in my scrapped folder and 32 in the old TFS project one. God damn, right, so let's get rid of that. That's it, ladies and gents. That's it, ladies and gentle beans. Shane, thank you so much for this, bro. Massively appreciate it. It will not go forgotten, even if you want it to. It's just a shame that it's got disgusting flavoured e-liquid and it's going up here. But yeah, that'll get used. Don't worry. Thank you very much. It's massively appreciated. Thank you everybody for stopping by. If you haven't hit the like button, let's hit the like button, please. Just tap it for me, please, guys. Just tap it. Algorithms and all that lot. I'm on the road to 1,000 subs. You get me? I'm on like 700 and something now, and it increases almost every day. So yeah, I want to see what happens when I get to 1,000 subs. Can I monetize? What can't I monetize on? Blah 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 blah. Blue blue blue. And here's a bit of interesting news. It's not really interesting, but some news. So Vpon have launched the Tita X2, and they've got a DNA version of the mod. They're not going to be available in the UK anywhere. The DNA version of the mod, not from what I can see. I've got in contact with somebody from Vpon, and they've sent me, linked me to a form to fill out. That it looks to me like it's a form to apply to be given one, rather than to buy one. Because nowhere on the form does it want. It wanted my delivery details. It wanted to know my Facebook information, if I had any social media, YouTube details, anything like that. I put all that information in. I asked how many I wanted. I wanted like 5 or 6. I was going to sell some of them on because they're not going to be available in the UK. But it just says, thank you, your request has been submitted at the end without taking in payment details. So I think it's like, this is how like reviewers and stuff get like fancy shit. They've got so many like that they're just willing to give out to people if they're the right people. I don't know, but I want to buy one. But if I get one for fucking nothing, because like subs on YouTube and shit, then I'll put fucking effort into it, because I'll just sell it on if I don't like it. But yeah, cool. But yeah, nice one, guys. Thank you very much. I'm not in the shop tomorrow. I'm back in the shop on Saturday. I'll probably carry on with some flavour development there. I want to come up with something creamy and nutty in it, so we'll see how that goes. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your evening and the start of your weekend tomorrow, peeps. Bye bye. Mwah.